here is the Writer's Almanac for Friday. It's the 13th of December, 2019.
It's the birthday of the poet James Wright, Martins Ferry, Ohio, 1927. His father worked in a glass factory, his mom in a laundry. Went to college, Kenyon College, on the GI Bill, studied writing there. Got a Fulbright, traveled in Europe, but still kept writing poems about Ohio. He said that he wrote in Ohioan. He said, I have written about the things I am deeply concerned with, crickets outside my window, cold and hungry old men, ghosts in the twilight, horses in a field, a feeling of desolation in the fall, some cities I've known. Published his first book when he was 27, The Green Wall. James Wright, who said, my chief enemy in poetry is glibness. My family background is partly Irish, and this means many things, but linguistically it means that it is too easy to talk sometimes. It's the birthday of the playwright Mark Connolly, McKeesport, Pennsylvania, 1890. His parents were actors, and then they ran a hotel where theater people stayed. Mark Connolly moved to New York, got a job as a theater critic, became a playwright, collaborated with George S. Kaufman, was a member of the Round Table at the Algonquin Hotel, and wrote a big hit play that opened on Broadway in 1930, The Green Pastures, Old Testament stories retold with an all-black cast. And it's the birthday of Tamora Pierce, born in South Connellsville, Pennsylvania, 1954. Grew up poor, moved around, went to 11 schools by the time she graduated from high school. Books were her friends. Went to the University of Pennsylvania. She wrote a fantasy novel for adults, story of a girl who disguises herself as a boy to become a knight. She had a job at a group home for troubled teenage girls. She read the book to them. They liked it. And she turned it into 4 books for young adults, published as The Song of the Lioness Quartet in the 1980s.
Here's a poem by George Bilger, The Fairly Passionate Shepherd, to his love. Come live with me and be my unconditional love. My feelings for you are unconditional. The way I felt about those women in the past, even Jill Davis, those feelings were conditional, obviously. Otherwise, things would have worked out. I'd still be with them, or at least one of them, right? The condition with Jill was, let's get married. I could overlook that for a while, but in the long run, it was a deal breaker. Another woman, Kate, well, for about a year it was unconditional, no strings attached. Unconditional love like that is beautiful, but it turned out there were a couple of conditions, such as you need to get a job. Like working on my novel wasn't work. And she did this thing, this little clicking sound with her tongue whenever I did something she didn't approve of, which was often. This became a condition. But after a careful appraisal of my feelings for you, I can honestly say that at the present moment, I see no problematic or inhibiting conditions whatsoever. All indicators point toward a positive outcome, and therefore I am quite comfortable in advising you to come live with me and be my unconditional love. A poem by George Bilger, The Fairly Passionate Shepherd to His Love, from his collection Blood Pages, published by University of Pittsburgh Press and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.